Today, the future of Canada Post and thousands of workers in question this morning. Expect to see more of these picket lines in the next couple of days. Postal workers have launched a nationwide strike late last night in response to sweeping changes announced by the federal government. Those changes would see an end to home delivery and some post office closures. So what does this mean for you? Ian Lee is an associate professor at Carleton University's Sprott School of Business. He joins us this morning from Ottawa. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lindsay.
Ian, I want to get your initial thoughts on both the announcement from Ottawa yesterday and the decision to strike.
It was inevitable, long overdue. I mean, the numbers in the audited annual reports that I use for my studies that I published show that the post office has been in long-term decline since 2006. When letters peaked in Canada. That was peak letters. And ever since, it's been going downhill like a ski slope, from 5.5 billion letters in 2006 delivered across Canada down to 2 billion. And remember, the population has grown in that time, what, 30–40%. So the population is getting larger and larger, and we are writing less and less letters. And there's a reason. It's this little thing. It's called a smartphone. Young people and most people don't write letters. You don't write your mother or father a letter. You send them a text. You send them an email, and so their costs have stayed the same. They haven't downsized the company relative to the demand, and so they're hemorrhaging cash, and losing. And next year it'll get larger because the letter mail continues to decline. And they're losing market share in parcels where they should be growing because e-commerce is growing, and so they have to be restructured. So that's the context for what was announced yesterday.
When we talk about restructuring, we're talking about the loss of jobs. How many jobs are we expecting?
I won't sugarcoat it. The government should have, I thought, been a little bit more transparent there. When they say they're going to save money, and that's what they're trying to do, fully understood, because they're losing so much money. But Canada Post, again from the audit annual report, reports about 75% of their annual costs are wages. So if you're talking about reducing costs, closing, door-to-door delivery, ending door-to-door delivery to the 25% that still get it, you're talking about reducing headcount. You're talking about reducing people. And when I'm not talking a couple of hundred, they have the same headcount of 65,000 employees that they had back in 2006 when they were much larger. And so to answer your question, Lindsay, they're going to have to lay off eventually thousands and thousands of workers, because it's not, the CEO said this last year. He says, we're unsustainable. We've got way too many people relative to the demand for postal services.
I know you talked about our dependency right now on our phones and the fact that we can order with the click of a button, the press of a finger. But I think about this whole generation of people, Canadians, who rely on the mail service, especially in those rural communities. How does this and how will this impact Canadians?
You're absolutely. We almost have a two-class system, if I can call it that. In the cities across Canada, where about 80% of us live, according to Statistics Canada, we've mostly abandoned the post office. Sure, I know there's some small businesses out there that use the post office, but there's all kinds of alternatives: national parcel post courier companies, regional, local, and so forth. It's in the rural communities, the hamlets and the villages, rural Eastern Ontario, where I grew up, rural Northern Ontario, rural Saskatchewan. I'm not going to go through the whole country. And they are completely dependent on the post office. So the urban, we've just shaken it off. Most of us don't even use the post office anymore. But in the rural, it's a completely different story. So I saw a hint of where the government's going yesterday when the minister said in his comments at his press conference, to you in rural Canada, don't worry, we're going to look after you. So it suggests they're going to restructure over time the post office to focus more and more on those parts of Canada that do not have private courier companies.
Ian Lee, always good to talk to you. Thanks for your thoughts this morning.
Thank you, Lindsay.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.